That is an upright newbie spud, no longer sitting cross-legged drinking coffee.
Ah.
Insert lore here. That's
Yep.
funny.
All right, and we are back at this whole mess we made.
I don't know if it's a mess necessarily, but
it's not that messy. I was just like,
we'll get there. The mess is coming. Don't worry.
It's more like we've kind of sprawled a long way from home. Is
it's true.
Really the feeling like, oh, this is where we usually start.
I kind of get the feeling though that progressing through this game involves, well, you started here. You can't stay there.
Yeah.
You gotta go get more things. So plastic is being produced. The means to get a couple of belts worth of whatever back this way are here.
Yeah.
It's what we do with them when they get here that's the next tricky part.
This is where we kind of have to kind of plan out where we're taking all our conveyor belts full of stuff and how we're going to split it, because we can't just throw all the raw materials into one thing and have it come out right.
Yeah, I got the feeling there's going to be some load balancy, splitter mergery, overflowy math to be done.
Well, some of it's just gonna, I figure some of it is just gonna be manifolding.
Yeah.
But,
I'm kind of thinking that the copper side, because we know we're going to need a little more than the 2 normal nodes it's going to get us. We're probably going to have to tap that third. Unless we want to.
I've already got 2 miners on those nodes.
Okay, so that they're basically set.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking those are going to get. I mean, we'll fully utilize the copper ingot production of that.
Yeah.
And then probably mix and match. Like, I'm thinking just combine and resplit. Like, it's not necessarily a true load balancing, but here's all your copper ingots. Where would you like them to go, and what do you want them to become?
Yeah, kinda. And basically, like, we make copper sheets and cable and send them to where they need to go for the computer assembly.
Yep. Yeah, which basically means getting this platform extended up to wherever the computer is going to be.
I was probably like hereabouts in this
there-ish, yeah.
This blank area. Bit of room here.
Yeah. Do we want to stay at this elevation, or we want to, or just drop it down a bit, or
I want to drop
seems
it
like
down
this
a
should
little
be
bit,
fine.
But
okay, we can do that.
I don't want it to be floating over everything.
Not a problem. 9, please. Boop. If I go down by 2, that might be fine.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Because I know like some of these dunes will kind of rise back up again, but
you should clear all of them at that height.
Perfect. It's less visually disturbing too.
Mm-hmm.
And right for you, Space Tick. Okay, so the copper is all over there. Okay.
Oh boy.
Right, because you have powered miners over there. I just have to follow the, well, not Yellow Brick Road, but no Munchkin Guild on this planet. Oh, hey, what is that? No. Yes, there we go. I'll go engage in bothering some bugs.
There we go. Help you out there.
I appreciate it.
Since I'm just kind of...
Had a little bit of a chuggy lag there. Oh, hello.
Having a bit of a think here. Oh, is that... Oh, what?
Mercer Sphere.
I've never seen that configuration for the Mercer Sphere. I guess follow the black rubber wire?
Yeah. Okay, so we've got those 2 coppers, and then the other one's over here somewhere. Okay.
Really what the math kind of comes down to is how many machines do we need for all this stuff?
Right.
For each step of this. How many screws do we need going where? How many of this and that and the other?
Oh, I never did buy that, did I? Well, I'll do something with that later.
Could just do the Satisfactory tips computer layout, but rather figure this out and stage it out.
It's not going to be identical anyway because that layout is based on the
just vanilla recipes, whereas we have casted screws. Yeah,
we have casted screws.
Okay. We're off to build PC, the wonderful PC of Oz. Oh boy. All right.
Let's
My
put a
thought
coffee mug in there.
is let's start backwards. I kind of want to see what we need to do to feed to computer manufacturers.
So get the manufacturers in place and then be like, okay, now we build based on that. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't have a problem with that. Because we're going to make everything for the computers off-site, as it were.
Yeah. Nearby.
Like, somewhere over here, we're going to have the smelters. Somewhere over there, we're going to have that. We've already got the plastic production basically done. I am going to... Oh, encroaching clearance. Oh, right.
So this being roughly the center of this operation.
Okay. I think I am going to noble this stone here. Like, I tend to play with a very live and let live attitude towards a lot of the local scenery.
Yeah.
But I need to build smelters where that rock is, so sorry, rock, you're not lasting this.
Go ahead and just fill this stuff in.
Besides, exploding things is fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that one, though. That's fine.
Some of this is not going to be running at full capacity. Like, we're not going to be able to quite get full plastic into the system until we have expanded power infrastructure. But I figure
because we need the better
belts. But I figure we can at least like kind of build like we've got them, and then once we get enough computers, it will.
Yeah. We just go back and do a belt upgrade, and oh look, we're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, little tree, you are not going to... Oh, hey!
Of course, I need to go get some... What do you know, plastic and some heavy modular frames to make these manufacturers.
That's alright, I need more concrete. Who'da thunk? I'm also replacing and rerouting power lines as I go a bit.
Yep. Oh boy, we're gonna need a bit of stuff.
I'd say you paved paradise and put a proper parking lot, but this was not paradise.
Nah.
Alright, back to go get more concrete.
It was a desert with rocks and some some plant life. And sort of
Okay,
weird,
scrabby plant life at that.
weird like, yeah, paved Tatooine, basically. Yeah.
Yes. Best thing that could have happened to it, really.
Yeah.
Place has never looked better. I am carrying a lot of other stuff that...
So the numbers are going to get fairly high. Especially
carrying a lot
because
of,
screws are
cable
involved.
things. Yeah, screws are involved. The number's going to get huge. Yeah, just getting enough screws in there alone requires high beltage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scanning is rough when you... Well, as soon as you put Tatooine in there... Yeah. I mean, Tatooine in Paradise, that scans okay, but... Throwing down random industrial storage bin. Just as a place... I realize I'm carrying like 1,000 cable. Like, nobody needs that. Probably more cookware than I need, that sort of thing. And by the way, a lot of copper sheets. From back when I was placing other things.
Mm-hmm.
And that Mercer Sphere can sit there too. So random stuff in a bin. Oh right, that's what our starting zone looks like. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
I can't remember. You probably can't actually do anything about the barrel nut trees, can you?
You can actually chop them. You can pick their stuff and then chop them down. Yeah.
Oh, good. Let me see if it'll let me do that. 30 per minute.
We are within spitting distance of being able to research the rifle and its associated parts.
Yeah, we will want that at some point. Like, it's not a huge priority, but it's definitely a thing we're going to want at some point. Okay, so a single Mark II miner on the normals will feed 4 smelters. 30 per minute in, 30 per minute out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to make a row of 8 smelters over here. And then I'll probably set up a similar operation over at the other one. I don't want to move ore all the way over here. I'd rather move ingots.
Mm-hmm. Yep, makes sense.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, look at that. Bears a strong resemblance to someone who knows what he's doing.
The resemblance is uncanny, even. You'd almost think he wasn't totally guessing. Figure that, and probably the circuit board assembly line is the other thing. It's kind of the other critical piece of this.
Oh, yeah.
So, figure do that.
Right, because that's the meeting of plastic and
Copper sheets, yeah.
Copper sheets. Right.
And there's a few other products we need in there as well, but that's kind of the big requirement here. Kind of want it to face as close to the hypertube drop-off point as possible, so we can just pop over here, grab some computers and whatnot, or however we end up storing them.
Right.
But we're also going to have screws coming from, well, any one of these iron nodes, really. That doesn't matter so much. Alright. Computers at 100% efficiency require 25 circuit boards per minute, 22.5 cables per minute, 45 plastic per minute, and 130 screws per minute. So twice that, 50 circuit boards, 45 cables, 90 plastic, and 260 screws.
We're going to want 2 separate screw conveyor belts. Because I think that's just a skosh more than a Mark III.
That's actually a skosh less, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, 270 is a Mark III. I always forget that they do that weird
jump, yeah.
It's like 60, 120, 270, not 240. Okay, well, cool. That's good. That makes some of this much easier. Helps if you actually configure the smelters and tell them what to do. Oddly enough, they won't load ore until you do that. He reminds himself, having done this several times in the past. All things considered, I'm not doing too bad with a guy with a really sore arm.
Yeah, shot 2 treating you not so well.
Shot 2 is being a bit rough, yeah. I think I will split you that way.
Out of basic iron plates, all right.
Always one thing you didn't think you were going to need.
Yep. So we need to be able to make at least 50 circuit boards per minute. That's the good number to know.
That's a fair bit. Yes, I have been staying very hydrated. Let's see here. Sorry, I look over at chat every now and then and be like, oh, hey, I probably should have responded to that. Hi, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just scatterbrained.
We do tend to be kind of focused. So 100 copper sheets and 200 plastic make 50 circuit boards.
Alrighty.
And the rate is 7.5 per minute. So like 7 assemblers and change gets you 50 circuit boards.
8 assemblers with an underclock is basically what I'm hearing.
Yep. And with 100 copper sheets feeding into it.
Right, I should probably be looking at my copper sheet situation. Copper sheets are 20 per minute ingots. In a constructor gets me 10 per minute copper sheets.
So you're going to need 10 copper sheet constructors.
Total of 10 copper sheet constructors. Got it. I'll give myself lots of space. When in doubt, give yourself more space than you think you're going to need.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to run them facing each other, 2 rows of 5, and then supply them from a couple of outside conveyor belts. They will all feed into one big fat conveyor belt line.
Yes, all this to mine 1 Dogecoin. All to generate 1 NFT.
Don't get me started. Yeah, I've been playing this game for months, and it never stops being creepy as heck when all of a sudden there's giant alien limbs in your face.
Yeah.
And, the chittering noise that the frickin' things make. Right in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, space ticks, you're never going to be my friend.
They so badly want to be yours, though.
Oh, that's too dang bad for them. Alright, constructor facing inward, please. 30, 60, 90, but I need exactly 200.
Okay, let's go
get that from these smelters.
Circuit boards, then. One of these days I'll actually plan ahead instead of having to go back, but oh well.
I stashed some rotors in that bin next to the hypertube entrances.
Ah.
Maybe not enough, but
We'll see. May save me some time. You stashed motors in here. I need rotors.
Oh! I thought I had some both. Whoops. Sorry. How many rotors do you need?
18.
I've got that. Just a
All right.
moment.
Need that for the assembler line for circuit boards.
Cool. Yeah, I'm highly amused by the stack of conveyor lifts that they recommend doing for that. But it kind of works as long as you're only doing 2. As soon as you add more than that, you're like,
yeah, no.
Okay, you need the rotors. There are rotors now.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to route the copper ingots because, of course, the numbers don't actually neatly add up.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Right? Trying to get 200 out of a whole bunch of 30s. Like, there's some left over there. I think I'm just going to put a splitter in front of smelter number 7, send part of it to the manifold that will feed these 10 things, and the leftovers will go to join what comes out of smelter number 8, which will head toward wire production. It's a plan, dang it.
All the way down the line.
Now, it's the outputs I can use different appropriate belts. It's when I turn this into inputs I need to have it all.
Yeah, all down the line it needs to be consistent.
Right, because I'm basically going to load balance. I'm taking all the outputs from most of 7 of these smelters, turning into one line that then gets split out to feed into 2 manifolds that feed these. So, all right, this should work. Whoops. Oh well, made them too close. C'est la vie. I hate when I make the splitter just a little too close to the line of them too close to the inputs. So
Yeah.
when I make that last connection, it's like, oh yeah, you're that's going to be at a strange angle. You can't get your right angle out of it. Okay, really, game? I ask so little. I just want perfect aesthetics. But it doesn't really matter in the long run.
Indeed. Game of satisfying your OCD, pretty much.
It kind of gets that way.
And then learning to cope when you can't.
That too. Also, months of playing this game, and I, without fail, always pick the wrong scroll up or scroll down trying to turn the conveyor belt angle. I always angle it the wrong way.
Yeah, I've never gotten that right.
Alright. Time to light it up with power. And also to chop down local plant life. And make an explosion.
Oh, heard that one.
Yeah, I just realized this whole facility is going to just keep growing that direction, so it's like, again, as much as I'd like to not disturb the local environment, sometimes you just gotta. I'm not trying to build this up, I'm literally just sprawling. We've got space. And then I find I messed up a belt placement. I'm gonna leave it alone because really, I got the angle wrong. Choosing to ignore it. Okay, you. All right, we should be getting in the ballpark of 100 copper sheets per minute.
Nice.
We already have 132 of them in the bin. And no, I didn't put any of the ones I'm carrying in there.
If I just... Yeah, so this will need to be Mark IV belts eventually. Gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, we're going to be a little stunted. Like, there's this one junction from when I've merged 7 smelters. Like, technically, the Mark III belt can do it, but if I had a 4, this would work slightly more efficiently. But I needed to do it this way to make sure I got the load balancing out to the 2 rows of 5 constructors properly. Aw, there's a spitter guarding that miner.
Ah, come on.
I'm not sure I care. I'm kind of deciding how badly I care about trying to build everything over here.
Mm-hmm.
When I could, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be hauling ore, but I'm looking at this mess of rock formations, mushroom-shaped rock formations, barnacle rock formations.
Yeah.
And thinking, do I really want to build smelters here?
Mm.
And the answer is not really. Okay, we'll just cheese that.
Okay. So it looks like we need 45 cable. To get to the computer manufacturers.
Alright. How the heck do you get back out of here? I'm going to have to build my way out, aren't I?
I kind of did some platforming.
This is not my preferred way of doing things, but I'm going to do it this way anyway, because the other way is a bigger headache than I want to deal with.
I'm going to need a lot more steel beams. A lot more steel
I
beams.
stuffed some in that bin, but yeah, you're probably going to need more.
Well, let's see where 500 gets us. Telling that I'm not particularly wholly confident, even at that amount. Alright, fine.
If you're going to be that way about it. Ah, I'm out of rips. Oh. Guess who's going on a long, long trip?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure I did not put any of those into...
No, I don't think you've just got regular iron plates in there.
Doe.
A deer, a female deer.
A thing you'll not be seeing on this planet. Oh, I gotta go all the way too.
Yep.
There will be no messing around with that. It's alright. It's time for a break anyway. I mean, it's just 3 hypertube rides.
Alright, now having brought you here...
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't leave a very good path out of that kind of spot. Sorry about that.
I'll figure it out.
Like, I kept looking at it going, well, what if I... but what if I... Well, at least the rips are just in the storage bin in the building. I'll be at the bottom of once I arrive.
There is that.
You weren't kidding when you said there wasn't much room left in that waterway for anything else.
Yeah.
I really just took a good look at as I'm going by at the coal power island. The heck are my rips anyway? There we are.
And just enough at the finish line.
Haha.
And the copper sheets did get into the lifted manifold. That's good.
Nice.
Alright, so just lacking power, the circuit board assemblers should now be ready to go. Which leaves cables and screws.
All right, well, I'm on my way back with the rips I'll need to hopefully finish out the rest of that part.
Right, and we need 260 screws going into the system, so even with casted screws, we're going to need in the order of like it's 50 screws a minute for the casted recipe, right? So you get out of that? Yeah. So we'll need 6 constructors. With
Sounds about right.
With one underclocked to 20%. Which means...
Oh, look, you've got all that iron right there.
Which means 12.5 times 5. Oh, wow. One normal iron node just might be enough.
Yeah, my computer factory is only using the one manufacturer, but yeah, I didn't need more than just the one.
All right, then. Well, I guess I'll get to work on that part of the factory then, the casted screws.
Alrighty. Yeah, I've just put down the smelters for the rest of the copper ingots I'm going to need. It's just ingots to wires to cables. Wow, there's a whole lot of stuff here that was not here an hour ago.
Yep.
I need to go redo the basic how does this work part for wire and cable. Okay, 15 a minute to make 30 a minute. 60 a minute to make 30 a minute. Ugh.
Do you think we're getting faster at building these things? Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Once you start getting surpluses of, you know, basic construction materials and you've got infrastructure in place, yeah, things tend to go.
It's the logistical planning takes more time than the actual building in a lot of cases.
Yeah, it's like
I'm at aluminum in my game, and I lost an entire session just going, where am I building this? Maybe I can build it here. Nope.
I lost a couple sessions just like standing around the bauxite node thinking about how I was going to set that up, because that is a complicated factory.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh,
I tried using the bauxite node that's on that cliff over there, and it turns out that's going to be a bad one to try to use.
Yeah.
It's near the water, but it's not near quartz, and it's really not near coal. The nearest quartz is in a cave up here.
Need some cable. I need some quick wire,
yeah, sorry.
actually.
I think I dumped some of that in there.
I'm already back at base.
Oh, okay. Each one of these will be able to make power 2 constructors for making wire. And I'm going to have 4 of them, 4 of these smelters. That's a lot of wire capacity.
Yeah.
But it takes... what does it take? Or cable, yeah. It takes 60 wire per minute to get 30 wire per minute of cable.
You can start working a little.
So
faster.
2 of those constructors worth of wire will go into the cable constructor. That's going to be weird. So I have this weird string of like smelter feeds 2 constructors to make enough wire to feed a constructor to make a cable.
Yeah, cable's just weird.
All right, so this little extra, I've got an entire smelter I won't be using. Technically, I'm just going to leave that there. Smelter and a half, really. Because really, these 4 smelters will just straight up, each one will feed the 2 + 1 constructors.
Makes sense. What am I doing? What am I thinking about?
You ever actually tried to make cable on this grand of a scale before?
Well, yeah, you don't need a whole lot. Just 45 for this particular project, but yeah, if you want to make excess cable for this location, yeah, then there's quite a bit of... Making cable en masse is not something that comes up very often.
Not really, no. But it means I don't have to worry about splitters and mergers and manifolds. Because literally 1 smelter's output is 2 wire constructors.
That is true.
Exactly. Like, I got to splitter it, but that's it. I don't need to have any complicated stuff past that. Which is kind of cool, actually.
When the numbers line up just right.
Every now and then, the game throws you a bone. I'm sorry, you said we need how many cables?
45 cables per minute to the computer manufacturers.
So literally, if I get 2 of these cable constructors going, that's
more than enough.
It's more than enough. And we can just store the overflow, sink the overflow, and then I've still got 2 more smelters I'm not even using at that point. And we can just leave them idle. Okay, I'm provisionally happy with that.
I'm coming back with materials to make a whole bunch of screws.
So wheat. That may have been too close. No, I tried to be clever, and I don't want to be trying to do clever. Clever is bad in this case. I was going to put the constructor equidistant between the two feeder constructors making the cables. Then I realized the merger, the conveyor merger would sit ugly, and I'd have some really weird looking belt lines at that point. Like, no, just put in front of one of them and then merger between the 2. Be smart about it. You make wires. You also make wires.
There's going to be a slightly awkward kind of spider web of conveyors, but the important thing is that it works.
Oh, I have painted myself in several corners with the smelters over here.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Funny thing is, Mark 1 belts will do everything I need over here. Because no single piece of this goes over 60 units per minute.
Yeah, there is that.
Which just feels wrong to me. It's like, I have the ability to use higher belts. Why would I not just do that?
Just make hundreds of everything.
Right. Overproduce. Come on. There is a container, and it has cables in it.
Mm.
Oh, our consumption's up to 1,700 megawatts.
Oh, wow.
You know, our capacity is 5,400, so, you know.
Whatever will we do?
Pretty much.
And that should be the screw line. I should probably
Alright,
get some
I have
power in
cables
here.
for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, power is also probably a good idea, yeah.
So right up here of these three, the one on the left is where I need cables to come in.
On the left of this one, not on this side. Okay.
Yeah.
So where you've got that belt there.
Yeah.
Okay, left side, matching that belt, get the cables there. Got it.
You'll also probably have to go under this
Yeah,
copper
yeah,
sheet
I'm
one
seeing
here.
that'll be a... Is fine.
More or over.
Or over, yeah. I might just go over. But yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to figure out how to hook this all up.
Get out of where I need to build, you giant blob. He don't wanna. He want to be obstruction. Alright. And it can still just be Mark 1 belts, because again, they're not...
We only need 45 coming into the system per minute.
Priceless. What? Oh, that's... Well, that's embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, guess who's going on a trip? Unless I stored some somewhere, which
Iron plates?
is possible. Yeah.
I think you've got some in the bin by the hyper tube.
I can hope so. I did put a whole bunch in there, and I'm taking them all because making stackable doodads takes a bunch.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's suddenly a wall there. Okay. In which case... If that's there, I think I will do this a little differently than originally planned. Yoink!
There we go. All right.
It's a little inelegant, but I mean, this whole thing's a little inelegant.
News at 11.
Had to get a picture of that. Oh, is this the future output of the computers here, or is that something else?
Future...
Oh, it says it's overflow.
Yeah,
I see, it's overflow
for
for
circuit
something.
boards. Yeah. That's what. Yeah, this is overflow for circuit boards here. Find a place for them, and then computer's output is here in this corner.
Sweet.
And I'm the one who ran out of iron plates.
Oh, here, let me throw some back in there. I am done with my part, so I don't need them anymore.
All right. Now my part to hook all this up.
Iron plates, iron plates, iron plates. Sort. There they are. I'll throw some rips in there too. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's making all the walls that kills you on iron plates.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. All these other iron nodes we're just ignoring.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
But you just don't need them.
Not for this. All right.
Good news, if you run out of cables for placing or connecting wires or connecting power, well, we're making more.
Excellent.
I mean, technically, I've got a couple hundred on me too, so.
Yep. Sorry, I just...
Nope.
Didn't give myself a whole lot of room to do this cleanly without clipping a bunch, so I'm trying to, like, figure out my spacing here.
Okay, having replaced that one, I'm doing a little tidying of power lines here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's the iron going to the smelters. Then... Come on. There we go. That should be everything in here powered and rolling. That very well may be a computer factory. Now it just needs output.
Woohoo!
Now I just need to figure out where the output bins go.
Oh, I see circuit boards going into the thing, and the constructor or the manufacturers are taking in new materials, so all the belts seem active.
Yep, it's just waiting for the screws to kind of get online.
Which, yeah, well,
It's getting there.
oh, there goes some.
Okay. So yeah, where are we gonna put these storage bin thingies?
Well, toward the general vicinity of the tubes, probably.
Yep.
That's what we're going to be doing, is running down here and grabbing computers. And I mean, at some point there will be a more advanced vehicle-based transportation for it, but that is a later day thing. I really don't like that. Overfull.
All right. And our first computers are on their way.
Sweet.
Oh. Okay. And that, after nearly 2 hours of additional work, on top of the work we were
Right.
already doing to set this up, is a computer factory.
Yay!
Oh, mamma mia.
Hot diggity dog. Routing power there. If I take that away...
Could be making roughly 10 computers per minute once all the manifolds are chugging. Well, actually a bit less than that for now because we don't quite have the belt capacity feeding into it that we need, but at least from the plastic side.
Alright, let me make sure that I haven't killed any power by doing shenanigans with power poles. Everything seems green here.
Welcome to the computer works.
Wahahaha.
We are now manufacturing a ton of computers. Oh. And bring them
Not
all...
bad for a couple hours of work, honestly.
Yeah.
Considering we started with just the plastic.
Yeah. Well, let me come over and take a look at your handiwork with all the copper up there. I haven't actually been up there.
Yeah, I'd say last time you were over here, there was nothing here except the 3 miners you placed.
Yep. And I saw a bit of the copper sheets stuff, but oh yeah, there's that. Here's all the cables, yeah.
So I've got 2 spare smelters, actually 3 spare smelters that are doing nothing. I haven't even plugged in 2 of these at all.
Makes sense.
So basically, if we need more copper something somewhere, we've got some extra capacity.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 smelters worth of copper ingots we can do something with.
Yep.
But I figure, we've got the capacity, or the potential capacity, for doing more stuff if we need it.
But for now, this is still just huge.
Yep. Because, yeah, computers. Oh, we're going to need computers for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably already saw it, and we already probably mentioned, but you've got some overflow for circuit boards if we get to that point.
Yep.
Which, because, again, there's a thing you need more of.
Yep. Once
for other things.
There will come a point.
Oh, look at that!
Maybe not anytime soon, but there will come a point where we are full up on computers, and we'll have some spare circuit boards after that.
Yep. Look at that! There are 6 computers plus these 2 hanging out here on the shelf.
The display models, yeah.
And I'm guessing the other one is the
circuit board output, yeah.
Circuit
for
board
overflow.
Sweet. Which again, right now is not going to be a big thing, but oh, that is fantastic! Look at that.
So yeah, in about
yeah, time.
half an hour maybe. We'll have 100 computers in place to unlock expanded power infrastructure.
Huh and za. I'm zipping down. Look at the oil for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But yeah, this all needs to become Mark IV belts. Is kind of the problem.
All right, so you're using both of the normals and the one pure.
Which means there's a pure remaining.
There's a pure on that other island. And just past it is another hard drive.
Oh, well, we can probably.
And it has no requirements whatsoever.
Yeah, we can.
You just have to clear out the fauna, and it is yours.
Sounds worthwhile.
It's basically where I'm pointing.
Yep.
I think it's a combination of spitters and hogs.
There's some
by the way, there's
fire stuff as well. Oh yeah, this one's populated.
Yep.
The good stuff
got
is
all
here.
3. Oh, hi. Hi.
That's what all the high potions are for.
Hear you. There you are.
Oh. I think you smacked me for a second there.
Sorry. Close quarters combat. Not that the raw quartz is worth much, but...
What's this boulder guarding?
Oh, I don't know. I've never tried blowing that one up. Oh, you've got company, by the way.
Oh.
I'll tag the one in the back here. Well, that's a thing. Oh, it's another...
Good old Mercer Sphere. Whoop-de-doo. Alright. Where's this dang hard drive?
Over this way.
Ah, there it is.
If only making a computer was that easy. Yeah, I think that's an alpha, so... Actually, I think maybe an alpha spitter and an alpha hog.
Sure is. Plus regular hogs.
Plus various, yes.
Yeah.
Hi there. Woohoo! They've got a kick, don't they? By the way, do you need a computer?
Hey,
'Cause, look.
21 computers, hey. And HMFs.
And some cables and rips. Alright, open drop pod. Hey! Do I still have a friend? I still have a friend.
Still have a couple of friends.
Hi, hog.
There we go.
I have a hard drive.
Alright, let's pop that sucker in.
Special ma'am. Boop. Oh. Boop. Hard drive. Start. Then I can just disassemble.
Yep.
There we go. More or less free real estate.
Yep. The whole pure node still here. Actually, since we are here, you mentioned something about a paradise of flowers.
Ah, okay, so back the way we came.
This island here?
No, it's the it's actually the main island, the one that's got the 3 oil nodes on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, since we're here, oh yeah, I want those. Like, it's got some critters guarding it, but
Yeah, I don't think the computers we're making are gaming rigs, chat.
Okay.
I think the computers
yeah.
we're making are more for industrial purposes.
All right, so behind this pure node, all this greenery, there's just little yellow flowers everywhere. I mean, you're picking up a lot of grass too.
Yeah.
But now there's some critters over here too, so.
Yeah, this is a very verdant area. Unfortunately, my inventory's a bit full, so I can't grab, like, hundreds of leaves and flowers right now.
I can. Oh, hello, friend critters.
Alpha Ha. Oh, health.
There we go.
All right.
There's another one somewhere.
There we go. There was another one.
Okay. Oh, also, since I'm here and I have inventory space, power slug. Just a yellow, but
Yeah.
better than a
That's
kick in
two.
the face.
We've gone out of our way to avoid using power slugs up to this point, so we have like close to 40 back at base probably once we cash these in.
So I've got in the area of like 300 leaves and 150 flowers. Just run around pressing E.
All right.
It's like the old days, back before you had power plants.
Gonna go back to the hub and probably take all these exploration materials and see about crafting some more inhalers as well.
Okay, I put some of the critter guts and whatnot into that storage bin.
Along the way,
Yeah.
I'll hoover them up as I go.
I'm mostly just getting paint can materials. Can't finish painting the ironworks until I've got enough flowers. You know, 300, that's probably a good start.
Oh, we are at 40 computers.
Oh, well, you should be carrying some too.
Oh, yeah, we're at 61 computers. Actually, I'll just put those in the bin. I'll just put those in the
Oh, yeah,
computer
totally.
bin, just so that we're like, that's how many we got. Actually, we might also have some computers at the hub as well.
Because of other hard drives. Or, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now getting to 100 is like, oh yeah, that's a matter of time. We're fine. Oh, and then after this, we get to have fun with fuel generators.
Yeah, after all this time getting
or what I'm thinking,
coal power.
Turbo fuel generators.
Right, we actually got that recipe.
Yeah.
Yes, I've never played with that.
And we already have a compacted coal line to mix with the fuel.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking... Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I like the sound of that. So many flowers. So many flowers. I have over 500 flower petals. That's probably enough flower petals.
For now.
He said, grabbing more flower petals.
Yeah.
And since I'm grabbing stuff that's just going to get thrown into the awesome sink anyway, I'm also grabbing all the little random ore doodads.
Oh, yeah.
Like, might as well. There's nothing else you can really do with them. Oh, that is happy making.
Oh,
I'm glad you remember the flowers.
Yeah. It's about time we started beautifying our projects.
Paint all the things.
Oh, I was really surprised once we got the computer factory powered up to look over at my stream timer and be like, an hour 40? Where did the time go?
Right?
Like, holy crap.
Well, we went nose to the grindstone on this one. There wasn't a lot of pre-planning. It was just, okay, do this, do this, do this. Okay, we need this many of these. Okay, boom.
It is nice to be able to say, how many do we need? Make it. Got it, done.
Yeah. It's weird to have more than one stack of flowers.
At long last.
I mean, admittedly, we're going to have to come back for those computers, but that's not the end of the world. And this also gives us a couple of outposts to build from, too, so...
There is that.
I'll put some of this concrete back in the concrete bin. Which I know sounds weird, but...
A whole bunch of this. Or...
Yeah, the space in the rest of this desert, there's like where we built the computer works. There's not a lot else there. There aren't. You have to go north to get to either. There's quartz nodes in a cave. There's a bunch of, like, there's some limestone up in the upper northwest corner, and things like that. But it's not a very interesting chunk of real estate. I think the game really wants you to go to the interior. Like, bauxite, you're going to have to do that. Yeah, the coast and then the interior. The coast to get to your oil, then the interior to do your aluminum. Right, this bin is the one with the random crap, which you have acquired. Cool. I am on my way to the hub.
There are another dozen or so inhalers for the road.
Cool. Yeah, paint. Paint is so important. Like, I have my buildings color-coded in my game. Like, I know I kind of started that a little bit with the iron building here, but like in my game, it's like I've got green for the motorworks, I've got white for the ironworks, I've got blue for the, I think the HMF building. Like, I just went completely hog wild. But that was before I found Paint Island, so I spent a lot of time going, oh crap, now I need to wait for more flowers to arrive. Okay, this is the bin into which random stuff goes into the sink.
Yep.
We don't need random bauxite or hercatium ore.
Yeah, there is nothing we could possibly make at a craft bench out of raw bauxite.
Yeah, and we've already done the researchy bits, right?
Yeah.
Because bauxite doesn't actually open up a tree, does it?
Nope.
It's just kind of there. Yeah, raw bauxite. Nope.
Oh, hard drive is about to pop. Yep, there we go.
Well, let's go see. We haven't had one of those in a while.
Been a while, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I love the name for one of these. Our first option is rigor mortar.
Huh, oh.
Not rigor mortis.
Huh.
It is a rotor stator crystal oscillator motor recipe. So, 7.5 per minute.
Which is, compared to the normal one, about
the normal
50%,
one, you only get 5 per minute, and yeah.
Do you have to put in
It takes a little more resources, but it gets you a bunch more out.
Okay.
Like, normally it's 2 rotors, 2 stators for one motor. This is 3 and 3 plus a crystal oscillator to get 6.
Okay.
But at that point, you're like, you've got to be using crystal oscillators to make motors.
Yeah.
It might still be the one, though.
What are the other two?
Because yeah, with a lead in like that, seismic Nobelisk, black powder, steel pipes, which is what you normally need.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically the same concept as the rigger motor. You add a crystal oscillator, use more materials with a crystal oscillator to get more output.
All right. But it's for Nobelisk, so.
It's for Nobelisk, so it's like instead of getting 3 per minute, you can get 6 per minute, and again, you've got to feed crystal oscillators. Why would I turn crystal oscillators into Nobelisk?
Yeah.
I'm literally exploding a highly expensive thing to make.
Yeah, just make a whole bunch of crystal oscillators, and then either one, blow them up, or two, don't use them, because you don't need to blow up that. You could go all across the map and not blow up that many things.
Yeah. Now, we already have an alternate recipe for making steel ingots.
We do, yeah. What is this
And
one?
it's capable of making 100 per minute.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But this one is not. This one is like in between the two. It takes iron ingots and coal to make steel ingots. So instead of taking iron ore and coal, you turn the iron ore into an ingot. Yeah, I'm
Motors.
a little baffled by that.
Yeah, grab
You
the
get
ultimate.
slightly more output, and it takes only 2 ingots. Because remember, it's the ore to ingot is 1-to-1 for iron.
Yeah, well, okay.
And it actually takes a little less coal as well to get the same 3 steel ingots. So instead of 3 iron ore and 3 coal to get 3 steel ingots, it's 2 iron ingots and 2 coal to get 3 steel ingots. It's I can see it as maybe an efficiency buff somewhere.
Yeah, if there's like a situation where you need to squeeze a bit more efficiency out of the iron part of the steel works, maybe, yeah.
But at the same time, we already have the alternate recipe that takes 15 ore, 15 coal, and makes 20 steel ingots.
Yeah.
100 per minute steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're ideally going to be putting down. I mean, the trade-off is that it takes 75 per minute of the inputs, but like ideally, if you're making a steelworks, you're going to be somewhere where there's plentiful iron and coal anyway.
Yeah, and now you're introducing more power requirement because you're turning the iron ore into ingots before turning them into steel ingots. So it's like, it's a really weird edge case.
The problem is, like, I still kind of like it better than the other ones that use crystal oscillators.
Exactly. At least rigger motor makes motors, which is a thing you will actually use and potentially reuse. Unlike the Nobelisk, which is baffling.
Yeah.
If you think the solid steel ingot is a good choice, I agree. It's the whole business of why am I using a highly expensive crystal oscillator? Okay, it's not highly expensive, but it is. There's a lot going on. They're slow to manufacture and take a lot of resources.
Yeah.
And then I'm just using that to kind of buff motor production. Going from 5 per minute to 7.5 per minute. Whoop-de-frickin' do.
Yeah, it's...
So, all right, solid steel ingot. We will take that.
It may come in handy. Who knows?
It just might.
Since we're here, I'm sure there's some manner of research we can add to this. Now that we're making petroleum products and HMFs and computers.
Mercer sphere, Sam ore, and you got some power shards in there. Where do you want slugs, or are we just immediately converting slugs into shards?
Just immediately converting slugs into shards and putting them in the box at the hub.
Boom.
The
can
tiny
do.
personal storage box. Been a while since we had a good MAM session, but we can make a few more steps forward now that we're no longer through like most of everything, and we still got a little bit to go.
I didn't realize we still had more research to do.
Yeah. We're probably like halfway down the Caterium tree, mostly. I mean, we've got most of the important stuff we need from the MAM. That much is definitely still true.
As amusing as it would be to build a constructor just to turn this flower petals into color cartridges, I'm just going to handcraft them. It doesn't take long.
Yeah. Might as well. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you end up on a flower run where you come back with thousands, I don't know. Does it?
Yeah.
What are the paint cartridges like? Almost instant though.
Yeah, it's a 3-step or 4-step. It's quick.
Okay. Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get 10 per. So you go through it pretty quickly. I already have over 300, and I've used half of the flowers just since we've been talking about it.
Yeah, barely even a minute. Yeah, barely an inconvenience.
It would take me longer to set up and power the constructor and the bins for the intake and output.
To complete, yeah.
Yeah.
It would actually be slower than you doing it yourself.
One of the rare occasions where automation is not necessarily the best answer. But we are going to have lots of paint.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm going to like immediately charge my paint gun. I also like that 5 gets you 10. Like, at least it's probably one of the most efficient transfers of raw material to a product in the game. Instead of it being, well, it takes you 10 flowers to make one paint thing, which is, you know.
Yeah. All right.
And just like that, I am done. And I had exactly a multiple of 5 of flowers.
Nice.
Oh, hey.
New recipe unlocked.
Now what do we
New
get?
Research available in the MAM.
I am working on getting the... Well, we've got rifle cartridges available now. I haven't gotten the rifle yet, but... that takes some stuff. But, need 100 circuit boards.
Oh, yeah, those things. Which we probably aren't going to have just yet.
Well, it's just copper sheets and plastic. I can hand make a few of those.
Hey, we have... I will store those in here. Like, I don't know we want to spend them on yet, but
Oh, do we
what
have
the heck?
Do we actually have
I've got
tickets?
7 tickets.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, I threw the various ore that was on those islands. I just gouged them out of the earth and did the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I was not aware that as you go up in tech levels and unlocks, the desk in here actually gets more stuff going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of those random, you know, someone on Reddit is like, oh yeah, I unlocked this and now it does that. I'm like, wait, what? That changes? Because when you first start out, you come in here and it's like, oh, there's like a couple of screens that have stuff on them. What do you think? Is it time to go down and see if we got enough hard drives or computers?
Yeah, I'm sitting here cranking out circuit boards, so yeah, go and check on the computer situation.
I will do that. I have plenty of room. Also carrying plenty of paint. I'll worry about that later. It's going to take a few minutes. But by the time I get there, they'll probably be ready.
Yeah.
Because this does take a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. But far
Technically,
less than...
a train line would do it faster, but that'd be a long-ass train to run.
Oh, goodness, yeah. Where in the world are we going to run trains to when we get there?
It's yeah, that's a tough question. Like, I originally, when I set up my computer works, I had the plastic being delivered by train. But I couldn't generate enough plastic fast enough to make that really efficient.
Mm.
And I know it's because I am using that bunch of oil fields poorly. I am depressingly tempted to redo my oil power up at the North Coast and then just unplug the oil from the oil power sites so I can dedicate them to making plastic.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I'll just have these unused oil power facilities, just big, elegant, well crafted, and unpowered and unfueled. It's sad. Sometimes the story of this game is a story of abandoning things you previously built and thought were awesome at the time.
Yeah, that you worked very hard on, thought very hard on, and then you were still wrong.
Yep. Well, it got me the power I needed at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's trains in this game. We'll get there. We've got to get to trains before. Yeah.
I tell you what, trains. I was watching a friend. They were just streaming games at random, and they were like, "Oh, you got to come see this thing." I'm like, "All right." So I watched them play for a bit, and they showed me the hypertubes, and I'm like, "Okay, that's kind of cool." And then they showed me the trains. I'm like, well, now I'm buying this game. I'm literally watching you play this game, and I am now buying it on Steam because I need to be able to play with trains.
I mean, when I was watching you the first time, playing this game for the first time, when you were starting out streaming, you mentioned like programmable trains, and I was like, wait, what?
Yep. It's like the train code is not done yet. Like, again, early access, sing along if you know the words.
But like,
but if you keep them simple,
yeah.
Keep the routing simple, don't try and do weird cross junctions and complex programming. You can, the trains are the highest bandwidth, for lack of a better way of putting it, transport mechanism there is. They have gigantic bins, and they fill a freight car. And the trains are the fastest way to get from point A to point B. So they move a lot of stuff very quickly. So you can just go bop, 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 back and forth, back and forth. That's how I'm getting, it's also how I'm getting my copper sheets that I need for computers from my hub zone is with a train. And that's working perfectly. You can just move so dang much stuff.
Yep. Although I'm wondering where drones then fit into this now.
They're lower capacity and shorter distance, but are fairly quick. So you have to kind of plan differently than you would for a train or truck. But for certain specialized kinds of transportation needs, they are pretty cool. I haven't played with them yet, but that's kind of the consensus I'm seeing.
Yeah, I imagine like if you need to get,
the other thing about trains
is
you press the mouse button and they make the choo-choo noise.
That's fair.
You get it's the modern freight train horn most of the time, and then like 1 out of every 100 or so times you do it, you get the steam engine whistle.
Yeah.
And you're like, yay! And jabbering and jabbering and jabbering. And by the way, I'm carrying 100 computers with me, and I'm almost back to the hub zone. But yeah, riding around a train is just cool.
I'm crafting rifle cartridges.
Nice. Okay, let's send up a payload.
Huzzah!
Yes.
Recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally,
improved conveyor belts and lifts. can now be
Caterium
constructed.
scanning unlocked.
Yeah, Caterium scanning, whoop-de frickin' do.
Oh yeah, Caterium, that thing.
Yawn. Okay.
And say hello to the rifle.
New equipment
Nice.
unlocked.
Alright. Oh, yeah, that's a headache, and that's a headache, and... Oh, I should just grab... Well, we didn't quite have 50 of them yet. I didn't have 3 full stacks of computers.
Mm-hmm.
But with 100 heavy mod frames, you know what? I'm going to pick monorail anyway. Because we literally, by the time that thing gets back, we'll have enough materials to do it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna see about crafting a couple of rifles.
And I will make sure I come back with a whole bunch of steel products too. Like, we're not going to worry about the monorail necessarily right away. But having the option is nice. The other nice thing about trains, they deliver power.
Yeah.
You power the train station at one end, you run a bunch of train track, you place the train station at the other end, you then run a power line from that other train station, and you have delivered power to wherever you built.
Yeah.
You don't have to build 8 zillion frickin' power lines to deliver power to a new place.
Yeah,
You just have to build 8 zillion train lines.
Yeah.
But you've built something practical in the process, so...
Oh man, we're gonna have quite the stuff.
Suddenly we're going to have things to do. I mean, we already had things to do, but new things to do.
Yep. There's sort of a narrowing and an opening, and this is definitely an opening.
And part and parcel of the fuel generator process is also going to be considering getting packaged fuel done.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know about you, but jetpack is a priority for me.
Yeah, it's... As much as I love the Blade Runners, jetpack is still extremely, extremely good.
With my penchant for building way high up rail lines, improbable,
Oh yeah.
150 meter high rail lines through the sky, not falling to my death is, kind of a priority.
And for me, more laterally, being with my love of crouch jumping everywhere, being able to maintain the crouch jump forward momentum with a bit of just a little kick of the jetpack. Yep. It makes kind of getting a very rapid surveying of the domain makes that very simple.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the jetpack. It takes your forward momentum and pretty well maintains it unless you deliberately steer it a different way. And eventually we'll have the new hover thingy for when we're working in our facilities.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Which is weird. I've had kind of mixed feelings about it with my experience with it so far. Like, if you are inside one of your actual factory buildings, it's perfect. But if you're trying to get like building to building in kind of a cluster of factories,
oh yeah,
and if you don't aim just right and you get just a little too far away from the nearest power pole or whatever, suddenly you're on the ground wondering what the heck happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to remember to grab a whole bunch of steel beams and steel pipes along the way because I don't want to be face palming and then coming back down for more after delivering the rest of this stuff. And all the time we've spent doing all the rest of this, we should have plenty of heavy mod frames for that part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we got like about 250 so far. I'll just grab 100 of those.
If you'd be so kind.
We are not going super fast on those, but we'll have enough.
I have the steel beams, steel pipes, and computers we need.
All right.
And I'm on my way back up the tube.
Well, we can't put them in until the pod's back, but...
Right.
What was I doing up there? I need...
Oh, shucky darn, I'll have to spend 9 minutes painting stuff. There's all that yellow that added on to the ironworks that...
Yeah, all the orange, yeah.
or yellow. Where'd my brain go? Oh, I was looking at sulfur, and that's... Looking at sulfur and thinking about a color. Brains, how do they work?
Ah.
Poorly is the answer. Staying hydrated.
Alright, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, the rifle makes clearing out hostiles an entirely different experience. Instead of, well, hope I've got enough heals and let me get in there and swing my basher a few times, it just becomes, all right, let me get to a safe spot. Plink, 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 plink. Okay, we're done.
Making the cartridges is a little costly right now, but... You do end up going through more than you would think.
Oh, yeah, you go through them quick.
But... Don't really need the rebar gun now.
Yep, that gets stored. As soon as you've got the rifle, the rebar gun goes into permanent retirement. Oh, that's a hole there. I should probably fix that.
So the sulfur tree is now done and done.
Nice.
It just leaves the end of the quartz tree, which is just radar technology and radio signal scanning.
Yeah, which not priorities anyway, so...
And then the rest of the Caterium tree, which eventually will be. Actually, I can
Yes.
put quick wire in there right now and unlock, at least, high-speed connectors. Because those needed plastic.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I think I got all of the steel blue into the ironworks walls. And yes, I could paint the equipment too, but never really seen the point of that. Woohoo. Oh, wait, there's more.
Alright, supercomputers. Need some AI limiters.
Yeah, another thing I don't usually automate making. Like, you need them, but you don't want to be devoting permanent resources to making them. Because you only need them occasionally. Or at least in the part of the game I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay, looking good, looking good.
Need more quick wire. Lots more quick wire.
That is a blue building.
Nice. All unified once again.
Yep. Until the next time we need to knock down a wall and expand. Oh, yeah. Good, 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 good. Oh, those are the walls I wanted to be using. Oh, silly me. You had the really brilliant design idea for the hypertube entrance
Oh yeah,
boxes, and
the
then I used
reinforced
the
walls,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, then I used the wrong walls. Oops.
Oh well. Easy
It's
fix.
a thing I will fix later. Yeah. All right, 4 more minutes. I can putter around for 4 minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay, good
Well,
stuff.
not that it's a
Maynard.
thing that we particularly need, but just for completion's sake, I'm getting power switch research done.
Is this rifle in here for me, or is that?
That rifle in there is for you.
Oh, sweet.
I
will
don't
yoink
have
that.
a whole bunch of spare cartridges for you, but I can at least let me put a few in there. 40.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's a couple of reloads.
All right. Got some cartridges for you in there.
I've consolidated the Mercer spheres because we had some in here and some in there. So
Yeah.
excellent.
And yeah, I got some stuff I can probably safely sync now.
I love the first time you equip the rifle, you get the whole. Let me look at this. Let me ogle at the marvel that is this projectile weapon. Okay, good. We did that.
Oh, come on. Let me move, thank you. And now I'm gonna grab a few stacks of EIBs.
We're gonna need those for.
We're gonna need. I'm just gonna be replacing some belts that need speeding up.
Oh yes. That's You are completely correct. We're gonna want those. As the possibly procedurally generated clouds go by. What is that dot I see in the sky? Is that our returning pod, or is it just something else? No, I think that's our pod. Yes, it is. I actually spotted the pod when it was just a pixel.
Oh wow, nice.
Just gonna send it off again here in a moment. Anyway,
I'm here to deliver the HMFs. 3, 2, 1.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
And those.
Milestone.
Monorail.
A new set
Monorail.
of buildings and
Monorail.
vehicles needed for long-range transportation has been made available. In addition to built-in power conduction, rails-based transit ensures increased efficiency and reliability for both the transport of pioneers and cargo.
Okay. Having said that, we now have a decision to make.
Uh-oh.
We have 3 options. Gas mask, jetpack, Mark II pipelines. I kind of feel like Mark II pipelines is like the least interesting part of that.
Yeah. Well, with Mark II pipelines, we can fully we can we can overcharge an oil extractor on a pure node and get 600 crude
right.
at 250%.
If you want to, burn the power for it, yeah.
Which,
but then again, you can turn that power into power.
You
yeah.
So much fuel out of that.
Right. All right. It is a thought. It takes copper sheets, which we have, and then plastic and rubber, which we probably have. So honestly, I just select that because we can make it.
Yeah.
We probably have that on hand, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can dump anything in there yet, because that pod's not going to be back for 13 minutes. Other options are the gas mask, which we need 50 fabric for.
Okay.
And fabric is made from mycelia and biomass.
Yeah, so we just handcraft that, yeah.
And then 200 rubber and 100 plastic. The question is... Oh, and we get inventory slots out of it, so that is...
Oh, yeah.
3 more inventory slots. Which is less of a concern now that we're on update 4 and, some stuff stacks better.
Yeah.
And our third option is, of course, the jetpack. But I'm not... I feel like jetpack's not going to be happening yet because we need packaged fuel, which is a whole petroleum product thing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, when we get to the point where we are able to do that, great. We can shoot for the jetpack. Oh, jetpack also has 3 inventory slots attached to it. So, yeah, I'm actually going to just go ahead and select the pipeline because that gives you more, I was going to say more fluidity.
Yeah.
I did not mean that as a pun. With how you're going to plan out what you do with petroleum products going forward.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
And we already have the mats. I mean,
yeah.
We literally are sitting on everything we need for that. So, selected, and I'm already carrying the mod frames, and I'll just grab the copper sheets. I mean, we've got to figure out what to do for 10 minutes to putter around, but...
Oh, no.
Okay, I have enough copper sheets to make that happen. And I have the mod frames, so...
Okay, so the copper building the main copper input line should be upgraded now, though some of it kind of glitched out in the process in that way where I think it got in, but like it's not showing up on my end.
Okay, what am I looking for?
Looking for just tell me if the outer conveyor lifts are in there for you.
The outer conveyor lifts? Okay.
Yeah. The ones carrying the copper ingots up out on the outside, on the east side here.
Which way is east? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I see they're there. And they're moving stuff.
Right.
And those are lifts Mark IV now.
All right.
So yeah, that worked.
Good, good, good.
And I don't think belching these. Oh, right, you already did. You did the merged one. Okay.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Oh,
no worries.
Now.
It won't be the first time I put someone to sleep with my voice.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, as a calming stream. Good. I'll take it.
I'm not going in that cave. What am I doing? Oh, did you upgrade the belts down at the down in Computer Land yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have, however...
Because I'm realizing that something I need to do, and I've got to kind of figure out how that's going to be done first. So I'm using Mark III's in the screw production down here over in the ironworks.
Oh, yeah.
And, those are kind of maxed out. Now with 4s available, I can probably rearrange how these are being done a bit. Well, you already got... Okay, you already got those screws done. Okay.
Yeah,
So you've already gone in and done the...
I've got the rotors now.
Yes.
Fully being served now.
Oh, nice. Look at that go.
Guys at the end getting fed enough?
Well, part of the problem is that only some of the... Oh, no, it's right. You did redo that and added more screws to that. Okay. Right. You were on top of that.
Yeah, the thing I actually ended up cutting off when I did this was ended up not actually having any screws overflowed. There's no actual like screws being binned, but we've got like thousands and thousands spare for on-hand screws. So I didn't think that was not a problem. So, and then these are going.
And
up.
the other half of this entire floor is set aside for more screws.
If you need more screws for anything, yeah. And
yeah.
These 4 are going up to the HMF manufacturer. And
presumably that's at max capacity anyway.
Yep.
Or at equivalent capacity.
Yeah, it only needed 200, and I'm still underclocking it by a bit, so... so now I'm going to go down to Computer Land and get the plastic line sped up.
Excellent.
So that's now producing at full capacity.
Now, are we getting enough? I guess we are, aren't we? Like, I'm not seeing any of the screw constructors having supply problems.
I think they're still a little inefficient. I don't know how many... I don't know the exact number of ingots you've got going into that system.
That's kind of what I was thinking. It's like I'm going to trail back this ingot line and see what's going on there.
Might want to start the smelters, I think, and figure out how much is going in.
Because we're making... Yeah, okay.
All right.
Well, the smelter side is pretty much maxed out going into that line.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the ore is filling the constructors. The constructors' outputs are mostly full. They're at 95 or 96 or 100 at all times.
Between 90 and 100 at all times, yeah.
So I feel like I could upgrade the pathway down to where the screws are being made with Mark IVs, and probably get a little bit of efficiency improvement, but probably not a lot, really, because it is...
it's already kind of trucking.
It's staying pretty full. So I'm not going to worry about it, but it's a thing we can be aware of if we... Well, when the time comes to crank out more screws, we will need the better efficiency. But I feel like right now we're kind of using... Because that's how it was going to be. It was going to be half of it was going to this bank of constructors. The other half was going to go to the other half of the constructors that were going into this empty space. So, yeah, I think we're fine. It's good enough. Again, we're not hurting for screws right now. Oh, yeah, that was smart, putting in the ramp. Okay.
All right, upgrading as well. I'm so glad that you pointed out that you can do in-place replacements of belts.
Yeah, just click, 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 go, go, go. And you don't lose any of the materials, and yeah, none of that. Analysis of power switches completed.
New building unlocked.
In case you need that kind of granular control over your power networks, I guess.
I guess. Right, the radar technology, which takes the aforementioned crystal oscillators, and so does radio signal scanning.
Is radio signal scanning the thing that lets you, like, use the object detector for, like,
I think
for drop pods?
no, because the drone thing used to be in this. Quartz used to have another unlock that was for the drones, but radio signal scanning is a different thing. Radio. Oh, let's not do that. That is in the quartz tree. In the MAM. Quartz. Object scanner crash sites. You find hard drives with the radio signal scanner.
Yeah.
And radar technology gives you the radar tower, which is it
Remove fog of
slowly
war,
explores.
hooray. Yeah.
Yeah, explores space for you. But I can just go there. By the time you need that exploration, you're going to have gone there to build the radar tower anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of a silly.
All right.
All right.
Plastic is now being pulled out at the correct rate.
All right, we need all those high-speed connectors to make the power poles, Mark III,
Yep.
which are nice to have, not game changer.
Power Poles Mark II, game changer. Power Poles Mark III,
Yeah. Well, since I'm
going
here.
to move the Computer Works beacon. Get it out of the way.
Oh yeah,
there.
by all means.
Out of the way of that, and plop that down here.
Actually going to use some of the plastic and rubber production we've been making. I now have everything in hand for when the pod gets here, so I can send it off again. Yeah, about a minute and 10 seconds out, it's a dot in the sky.
Oh, this is nice. Efficiency. We crave efficiency.
Yeah, I would say with the more plastic bandwidth, I'm sure that the
Computer Factory
circuit boards are probably happier.
Yeah, very happy. Yeah, and you can visibly see when I change from the Mark III to the Mark IV, all the plastics are going like zoom. Because yeah, it was capped at 270, and I'm pulling out. It's trying to pull out like the output of all the oil refineries is 320. So there's an extra 50 per minute it can handle now. Granted, the Computer Factory only wanted another 20, but it's a manifold, so the more it stays full, the happier it is.
Yep. Okay, so one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Milestone reached. Improved pipelines and pumps can now be constructed, capable of handling increased throughput of any fluid, as well as providing increased pressure handling for better vertical transport, respectively.
In case you really want to ever try dealing with headlift.
I mean, I have dealt with it. My oil power is an elevated platform, and I do have to use a bunch of pumps to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so fabric and whatnot to get the gas mask gas filter. I don't know how much dealing with noxious fumes is actually in our future at this point.
Yeah, but better to have them than not.
It's that or go the jetpack, and like I said, I feel like jetpack is a wait until
fuel power's online. Yeah.
Wait until fuel power. Okay, so I'm going to pick gas mask just so it's there. We've got a selection.
Yep. Get that done. Yeah, we can have that ready by the time the pod comes back.
Yep.
I can... Got my Celia. I can get
I was
out a
gonna say,
bunch
do we
of
have the
lime.
mats for it?
Yeah, I can get the fabric done real fast.
Okay. Oh. Good, good, good.
That's in... Is that in Equipment Workshop? No, that's Workbench for the fabric.
That's actual bench, yeah.
Need a bit more of each.
There's things we haven't unlocked yet. I think we have. Ooh, I do want those. Take a couple of the tickets.
Something in the store caught your eye?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wanting them. We have the spares. There's nothing else we desperately need for right now.
All right. And I've got the fabric. And the plastic and the rubber now. Pipeline 2.
There is the other thing I want, and I'm gonna get it.
Walkways, yeah.
Like, I don't care about the ladders so much. I have not enjoyed the straight up ladders. They're tricky to use. They're great to get up places, but if you try to come down, you gotta. Okay, now I'm gonna have to face away from it, back toward it, at just the right angle, and then I'll start going down.
Pretty much like
It's
the way I like ladders is pretty much like if I'm going off exploring in a direction following the map and there's like this huge cliff to figure out, I like to put like a foundation at the top and just build a ladder up to it, and then I'm there. That is the one use, and then it's always there, and then whenever I need to traverse to that until I can make a better path, I've just got that straight shot. That's the way I like to use ladders, and that's the main reason I would want them, but we're not really doing that right now.
yeah. And the other thing that's in here that I do not care about at all is the stairs. I bought them in my game. I tried using them. This is the one that's the stairwell stairs that you loop them in a spiral or a square spiral. I tried using those. Like, I have to like basically spin my camera forever to use this effectively, or build it inside of a box so you can't fall off of them.
Yeah.
And you have to put a pillar in the middle anyway so you don't fall in. Like, oh, it's a horrible design, and I have no use for it.
On occasion, if I would like something between floors that goes straight up, I'll put like one in a matching corner or something. But yeah, it's extremely situational, and there are much simpler,
there are better ways to do almost everything.
Less finicky, yeah.
But I did get the walkways because those are great for covering half of a foundation tile.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a conveyor lift going through a floor.
Yeah.
But that leaves you, most of that foundation tile is basically just a man trap.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of...
And that gives us the I haven't tried this yet, because remember that video...
Oh, yeah.
With the conveyor belt under the walkway, so you have basically the escalator with railing. Like, I gotta try that build technique. It's a little bit of a hacky cheat, but on the other hand, it's a really cool hacky cheat. So I kind of want to play with it. All right. 200 of those, and only need 100 of those, but I'll end up with 200 anyway. There. I've got the petroleum products for the gas mask. Oh, what did you...
Use. I've got the. There's a conveyor coming up through the floor in the copper.
Oh, up
works.
at the top of the copper?
Not quite the top, but kind of in the middle. Oh, that does remind me.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, you put a walkway across this, and you're there. Yeah.
And now that's. I mean, I fell through that while I was trying to upgrade all the belts in there, so it was actually relevant not having that.
It's weird this in logistics.
Or organization, organization.
Oh, I don't have any iron plates on me. Crap, I can't build it. I was gonna fix that last one that's not there, but I'm out of iron plates.
Didn't this also want a Mark IV belt coming out? All the wire here going to the rips.
Ah. Ooh, what was the output of that? I'd have to bring up the spreadsheet to...
Well, it's got the... It's got these... constructors... 2, 3, 4, 5... So like 150... No, and then it's getting split to 75s, and then there's another 10 coming, so like 375. So yeah, actually quite a few.
Okay, where was that? Walkway straight, please. Boop. Boop. There we go.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is now safe.
There we go, yeah. Forgot about that one going down. But yeah, this is
And
like...
I could tell you were right behind me because all of a sudden I could see where I was going.
Oh, because I got my headlamp on, yeah. But yeah, this
Like,
is
it doesn't save you. I could still technically fall by walking, like, right here, but at least the really big gap is covered.
Yeah.
And you could, like, put railing or something. Well, no, you
Well,
can't really because the railing takes the whole foundation tile.
Yeah. There's not really like a half-length railing, which is...
Yeah, oh well.
So yeah, this is 375 going there. So yeah, it actually does need to be upgraded.
Oh, I hear it. Harder to see at night. It's a dot against a dark sky instead of dark against clouds.
I'll get that.
Yeah, it means the entire manifold will need to be fixed too.
I'll get that once I pop in the milestone.
Burr,
Now
burr,
create
burr.
gas masks eventually.
and filter parts will ensure increased odds of survival in gas
But more
mask
importantly,
environments.
Yeah.
more inventory space.
Asset Incorporated would like to extend the friendly advice to not forget to change filters regularly.
Filters are not infinite.
Nope. I have never actually dealt with gas masks at all.
I got them pretty early on in my first excursion because there was a lot more like poison pillars around in the forest start area.
So the sad news is, once we've jetpacked down, that is it for... Basically, we're at space elevator time
Yeah.
after that. On the other hand, in 10 sessions, we've gone from nothing to, hey, we're pushing at the boundary of the third space elevator delivery.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty freaking cool.
I agree.
I figure we let this one... I'll let the
We'll let that
pod
sit
come
for
back.
a
I've got
while,
the
yeah.
mats for it, so...
Oh, okay. You've got the others.
I've got everything. I've got everything but the packaged fuel on
Yeah.
me. They'll just
All
dump
right.
that in there, and
That should do it for the upgrades for now.
And that'll probably be a good place to call it at that point.
Yep, once that pod comes back, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good run, though. I mean, they've all been good. This is another really solid... I mean, getting those conveyor belts,
We've been pining for those for probably, like, the last
the
5
entire
sessions. Yeah. we've both been pining to get back to where we've been at the closer to the end game, but we're getting there now. We're starting to get those creature comforts back.
Yep. Now that is super nice.
But yeah, that's computers, baby.
Computers.
Making computers.
So nice. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good place to be. And making a respectable amount of them, too.
Yeah. 10 per minute.
I mean, my computer site is, like, chintzy as heck. It's in the same location, but I'm sourcing my stuff differently. Though this experience has actually given me some ideas for rebalancing things a little bit over there.
Yeah.
I'm making way more cables than I need, and not as many. Like, I'm having to import my copper tubes from elsewhere because I wasn't making enough there. But I also haven't tapped that third copper node.
There is that. Oh man, that's right. Electric locomotives are here now.
Yep. But we have so much elevation change. It's kind of like figuring out where we would actually run them.
Yeah, we are this.
That's the hardest part about trains, is like justifying the build.
It needs to be for a purpose, because it's a big investment and there's a lot of planning and testing and management that goes into it, especially building all the bridges that you end up building.
I always do point to point. I don't mix and match my rail lines. Like, this is a point A to point B and back run. It does not connect to any other rail lines, so I don't have to worry about whether the programming got screwed up on the train. It's just told to go this one to that one and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth forever.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make it very useful as a way for the player to get around, but it makes it the most efficient for getting stuff back and forth, which is really the point.
Yeah, the most complicated train line I've ever done is still like one line, but it has A, B, C, D, basically.
Well, the most complicated rail line I've done... Oh, good grief, I'm looking up for the pod to come back, and suddenly there's a giant bug thing in my face. Space tick, god damn it. The most complicated train thing I've done is the Coast Starlight Run.
Yeah.
Where I go from the world's end down the south coast all the way to all of that oil on the north coast. Just basically the entire length of that waterway.
All right.
All right, so everything but the packaged fuel is in place for that. And I feel like that is a good space to be.
Yeah. I'm going to go take a picture of the computer factory while I'm thinking about it.
Got no problem with that.
You know, makes a better thumbnail than trying to grab something from the video.
Yeah, and we've done everything at the hub zone. There's nothing new to see here. I can rock that.
Next week is probably going to be fuel and turbo fuel.
Yes. Yes. After all the work you went to making the extra coal power.
Well, it was necessary to give us enough headroom for this.
Oh yeah. He's like, you need this to get that, to get that, to get that. That's the way it goes.
And I'm pretty sure it gives us enough headroom to take the compacted coal generator line offline to then repurpose that compacted coal without worrying about the lost power. So,
right,
extremely worthwhile time spent even if it's about to be overshadowed by what is probably going to be a massive turbo fuel complex. I have not made one of those before. That's going to be kind of me doing some math and figuring out that space.
Okay, for Chuckles, because of the lovely sunrise lighting,
Goodness, yeah.
I took a picture of the steelworks, actually, pointing back toward the hub from your ramp to nowhere.
Mhm.
Now I'm headed down the rest of the way. So we can do end of session, get the spud in the screenshot moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, the last time we did this, it was like, here are the 2 hypertube entrances, because that's all there is here.
And now...
And now there's slightly more here, there. Or there. Must be getting late. Brain's starting to turn to complete mush. Okay. And it won't really hurt to start us down here, even though what we will be doing won't be here, probably.
I think I would prefer to start at the hub next week, I think. Because what I'll be doing is basically grabbing stuff and going north. Well, I'll probably need some computers, though.
Right. Okay, I'm on my way to Computer Land.
Yeah, this is a lot of stuff.
We built us some ding-dang things. Thump. Oh, there you are. Upsy daisy.
Trying to find a good spot.
I just took a screenshot from the top of one of the manufacturers because it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oops, and I'm going to fall down. Nope, I didn't quite fall down. Huzzah. I've got you in that one, so
Nice.
that works pretty well. I think we're good. I think we can call this one. And
right.
we will reconvene next time to do even more fun things.
Yeah.
Probably with oil.
Oh yeah, it's time to make the next tier of power.
Yep. Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, again.
Yep.
It's been real. It's been fun. I look forward to this every week. And hey, it's cool.
Same here. All right. See you next time.
See ya!